Strasburg, we did so much to upgrade athletic facilities there. That the year after I left, they went up to Division 2. It's not required. It'd be interesting with Mark Emmer retiring from the president of the name, image, likeness, I happened to take a look at the NCAA 990. This guy was making $1.6 million a year in salary. The football coach at Syracuse, Dino Barber, $3.6 million a year. Chancellor's making $900,000. Crazy. It's hard for me to understand.
Yeah, we're still working on
Good evening. Here we are. Here you are. Here I am. So good to see everyone. I was on the phone. Everybody back home. What's going on? I want to welcome you all to our 47th annual athletic awards program. And out of fear of missing someone, which I usually end up doing and then apologizing a lot, and it costs me dinner or something like that. I'm not going to be naming any people individually, because I just want to thank everyone from A to Z for the incredible, successful, collaborative effort to get our student athletes an opportunity to play a full schedule this year. From testing to practice to competition, there were an awful lot of people who were instrumental to the safe and healthy return of our full athletic schedules, and I'm underlining full. It's been a couple of years. Amen. To our administration, administration. And today we have with us Dean Kenyon. We have President Gibraltar. I'm sure everybody's favorite faculty member, Professor Jackie Schnurr. And the one and the only Provost Cindy Speaker. Right off the bat, I probably missed somebody. Joining us, I hope, is our new Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs, is Dr. Susan Henking, who's stuck in traffic in the village of Aurora, so something's going on. Are you here? There you are. Okay, I just got fired. All right, here we go. I want to also thank our faculty and staff for your work with and support of all of our students, helping them navigate some of the conflicts that we've had with classes and games, and just being a general great support. I want to thank Jillian Bastow. Jillian, are you here? Here you are. Jill did extraordinary work this year. The work of 3 people, right? All year long, and all the while studying for a master's degree, and she has a final on Wednesday. So we're going to wish her luck. Make sure we say thank you. We also want to thank our band of athletic trainers that we were able to cobble together this year. Kylie and Anthony, Adrian, Adam, and Jason for the physical and emotional support that in keeping our teams and players playing. To the most dedicated and committed coaching staff whom I've had the great pleasure to work with. Okay? Thank you for keeping our students engaged, focused, and accountable to each other. I want to give special thanks and a shout out to Coach G, Coach McIntyre, and Coach Geller. Little did they know what we had in store. I said, could you do me a favor? And finally, for our 150 plus student athletes, your families, for making many personal sacrifices for the benefits of all. I'll have more comments at the end of the program, but I can't thank you enough for your commitment to the program and your dedication to your teammates. So, job well done. More comments later, but thank you. Now, some of you who've taken my sports management classes, ours, we got a PowerPoint going on, so it's like 12 things, so keep track of it. We learned that the success of any organization begins with a vision, leadership, and support from the top. We're fortunate to have such a leader who has successfully led Wells through her most difficult challenges, and all the while positioning us for a very bright and thriving future. It's now my pleasure to introduce college's 19th president and a former student athlete himself, President Jonathan Gibraltar.
Good evening. Still on phone time? All right, cool. Good to see everybody. Welcome. You know, one of the things that I wanted to say to all of you was thank you. This has been a grueling couple of years. And the fact that you all endured, not only in the classroom, but athletically, thank you. I'm really, really proud of you, proud of the efforts that you made. Because across this nation, a lot of young people just walked away from college. And you hung in there, and that says a lot about you. And it says a lot about you also because you're athletes. And athletes don't give up, and athletes don't walk away. And so, you know, again, thank you so much for hanging in there. It's been quite a year, and it's hard to imagine that it's coming to an end. But tonight is the culmination of so many of your well-deserved and hard-earned efforts for the past year. Couple things that, I just wanted to give you a couple of highlights. Over these past couple of years, there have been continued improvements to the turf field complex. New sound system, which was very much needed. And you may have noticed that the AA house is now being improved, scraped, painted, cleaned up. And the Schwartz Athletic Center as well. There have been improvements. Coaches, thank you. All the work that you do to recruit students to Wells, I don't think a day goes by when I don't see one of you giving a tour to a family and showing them the facilities and trying to help them to see themselves here at Wells. So thank you so much. I've noticed that there have been upgrades to the athletics website and our social media platforms. We've had over 1,100 subscribers to the Wells Express YouTube channel. And a couple of names. Colton Jackwit, goalkeeper for the men's soccer team, finished first nationally in total saves. Jennifer McCumber, goalkeeper for the women's soccer team, finished third nationally in saves per game. Taylor Groff was recognized by the National Field Hockey Coaches Association as a Division III Scholar of Distinction. Congratulations. And I'm really proud of the fact that, I'm proud of all of you, but the fact that our men's basketball team earned a spot in the playoffs for the United East Conference is something to be really so valued and appreciated. Congratulations. Many of you, several of you earned Student Athlete, Player of the Week honors by the college and by the conference. And again, that says a lot because I've been a college president for 22 years. I've always been at a Division III school. As Mike said, I was a Division III athlete myself a long time ago. And I wouldn't trade it for all the money in the world. I think Division III is where it's at. And again, I'm very grateful to all of you for your hard work these past couple of years. Thank you so much, and let's get on with the show.
Thanks, John. Got it. You want to do this?
How are you doing? My name's Ford, I'm the Sports Information Director. I'll sort of be the MC tonight, just to give you a run around. We're going to get started with the specific sports awards now. And first up is women's cross country. And we're actually going to start with Director Lindbergh.
Cross country's coming back. I said he was going to run this year, and we got a bunch of others that will run, but this past year, we had one student athlete who ran for the women's cross country team. We had one meet, which was the United East Conference Championship, and Hannah Kula came in 8th place of the entire country. Then I will hold. So anyway, it begins with one. We multiply. We get more for next year. But I want to congratulate Hannah for being the most outstanding runner on the women's cross country team. At this point, I believe.
So I got a second mic here. I'm just going to maybe not go to the podium every time. Maybe you see me, maybe you don't. So next up, we have women's field hockey. I spent literally this entire year saying her name wrong. It's not Galatioto, or Galatiado, it's Galatio.
Still getting it wrong.
So, please welcome the Mordecai Galatiado.
Well, we had some fun this year. We're happy to play again because COVID last year made things not fun just practicing. I mean, fall sports know that. Our highlight, I guess, this year is our overtime win with Madai, so lots for that. All right, so let's just get right on to the seniors. Yep. We had Danny and Kayla. So Danny's been with us all 4 years. She came to Wells, and I don't think she ever played a sport in her life. But she figured it out, and now she's a pretty stellar athlete. She's probably one of the best defenders I've ever coached. She's a leader on defense, and her work ethic is unbelievable. So if you want any tips, ask her to get better. So congrats, Danny. And then Kayla joined us this year. I'm kind of mad because I wish she joined us a little sooner, but that's okay. She also did pretty well on defense and in the midfield on the sidelines. And yeah, I think they're both looking to continue their education a little bit. And although I keep asking them to stick around next year, I know they got better things to do. So good luck to the two of them, Danny and Kayla. Do they have to come up? In all Division III for saves per game. 9 out of 12 games, she stopped double digits, so more than 10 saves. So Rookie of the Year, Samaya Anderson Victor. Express Award, she leads by example. She's always chatting with others on the team. She's super loud. I gotta kind of quiet her down a little bit sometimes because I can't hear myself think. She did get hurt mid-season, which kind of stunk, but her contribution stayed the same. She was super helpful in practices, super high energy on game days. So Express Award is Claire Lima. Last off, MVP. Top defender for us. She helped us a lot in the circle. She also helped us on offense. She scored a goal. She had 6 defensive saves this year. And yeah, I mean, like I said before, you wouldn't really know she wasn't an athlete before, and even when I tell coaches she wasn't, they're like kind of shell-shocked. So come on back up, Danny Radaway.
Great job, Coach G. And next, we're going to keep it rolling. We're going to go right into men's soccer. And we're going to bring up Coach Jim McIntyre. Let's go. Give it up for Coach Matt.
This year, our roster wasn't quite the size we would like it, but with
that being said, the guys never quit. A key moment was our away trip win over Morrisville. Anytime you beat Morrisville, it's always a good day. So, we're going to start with the seniors. First, we'll go with Colton. He appeared in 44 games for us with a 71% save percentage for his career. Then Shane. Shane appeared in 43 games with 4 goals. And Jimmy appeared in 40 games for us over his career. Justin Butler appeared in 50 games, 9 goals. And then, last but not least, Quentin. He appeared in 13 games and ended up with a goal as a center back. Somewhat impressive. So next will be our Rookie of the Year. He played as a number 6, that's a holding center mid. Even though he likes to be out wide, he was coming back from an ACL surgery and never quite got field game ready fit. But Zaki Javid. Next is the Express. He came in as a midfielder, and I quickly told him he's going to be our center back. He led by example. One of the team captains would talk to all the players, kept encouraging his teammates. Jimmy Stover. And finally, the team MVP, as you heard earlier, he led the nation with saves. Without him back there, I'm sure we would have given up a lot more goals than we already did. Colton. We got through field hockey, men's soccer, women's cross country. Next, I might have skipped ahead a little bit. We have women's soccer. So please welcome
Hi everybody, my name is Patrick. I'm the head women's soccer coach. Here to recognize the seniors, as well as hand out some awards for some people on the team who were exceptional for us this year. It was a great season for us. It's my first one with the program, first academic full year, so I was fortunate enough to be a graduate of this school in 2012, and now I'm back coaching the women's soccer team from 2021 and now until the present. So it's been a crazy ride, kind of going all over the place, but I'm happy to be back now, having the opportunity to coach the women's soccer team and kind of impart the wisdom that I learned when I was a student like you guys to now be able to be a head coach of the women's team. So with that in mind, we'll kind of start with our seniors. We have 5 of them. Number 1 is Abby Smith. She was a top quality player, taking a bunch of work for us, center midfield and forward. So super quality player. We're happy to have her. Next up is Alexis Huff. She is a 4-year player of the team. That was able to dedicate 4 years of her time to the women's soccer program. She played center back for us primarily this year, a little bit of forward right at the end, almost had a goal. Unfortunately, didn't work out. But great player for us, and we're really happy for her time in the program. Thank you. Next up is Mackenzie Powers. Mackenzie played also a 4-year player of the team. Was super impactful. She was the captain this year. Good role model to some of her teammates. So we're thankful for her time as well. Next up is Haley Martin. Haley Martin is the captain of the team. Another player that was super impactful. She played outside back for us, midfield, forward, wing, pretty much anywhere on the field you name it. She's a very versatile player, capable of playing in a bunch of different areas. So we're thankful for her time in the program as well. And lastly, we have our goalkeeper, Jenna Cumber. Member of the team, played a ton of minutes for us the entire season. She did a bunch of work for us. We played a lot of defense this year, and she was able to help us quite a bit. So we're thankful for her time with the program as well. And that's our team. Next up, we got Rookie of the Year. This goes out to new player on the team, obviously someone who was impactful from their first moment they stepped in the field with the team. They led the team, or tied for the team leading goals, led the team in assists, over 1,000 minutes played with the team, out of a total of 1,300, so it's on the field for quite a bit. Someone who came here and earned the respect of her teammates right away, coming in, being consistent in training, and someone who we can rely on both in games and in practice to be a good role model for others and what goes into being consistent with their training and just working hard day to day. So with that in mind, she played center back, center mid, and outside back for the year this year is Erica Rancio. Next up, we got the Express Award. This one goes out to a person who was very impactful with their group and someone who helped us out throughout the course of the year immensely. Played a total of 1,353 minutes, was the only field player on our team to play every minute of every game, which is in soccer, something that's not happening that often, so testament to their versatility and just being able to be durable over the course of time. Was voted a member, or the captain of the team by her peers, so someone who was well respected amongst the group and had a lot of camaraderie with those around, and someone who just genuinely cares about the program and overall bringing optimism and looking to get better every day. She did a great job of trying to instill those values upon other people on the team. Express Award this year goes out to a versatile player for us, Haley Martin. We got MVP for women's soccer. This goes out to someone who genuinely loves soccer and just enjoys the grind that goes into the everyday, being a part of a team and just overall enjoying the work that goes into being part of a team. We touched upon it a couple times already, but someone who was deserving based on the statistics that she was able to put forward. Second in the country in total saves, 223. Third in the country in saves per game, 14.87. That's just so many saves in the game. She did so much for us, and if you were to ask anyone on the team, it would be an outright unanimous selection. MVP this year for us is Jenna Thunder.
All right. Caroline, how are we doing so far? Good? All right. Well, pay attention because up next is your head coach, women's volleyball, Mark Lucas. Give it up for him.
So I've been asked to, from this point forward in the program, if all teams would come up with the coaches. So if the women's volleyball team could come up and, like old school. No. All right. So, no seniors this year, so I'll start with a season summary and then our awards. This is a very young team, and though the season was at times frustrating, we're definitely focused on building upon what we learned for this coming fall. I'd say with the improvement we've already seen in our spring ball and strong recruiting class, I think we plan on once again frustrating a lot of our opponents in 2022. Rookie of the Year. So this season's Rookie of the Year led the conference at 4.63 digs per set, setting a program record here at Wells in the process. Additionally, she led the conference for the most digs in a single match at 35, which is also a school record, and recorded 3 of the top 5 single game marks for both the conference and in program history. She was also chosen once as Conference Defensive Player of the Week, and she's often literally the first person in the weight room, and also one of the first to the gym for practice. And to top it all off, she is the most cold-tolerant player from Hawaii that I have ever met. Yeah! The season's Rookie of the Year award goes to Rosa Armstead-Levy. This year's Express Award winner appeared in every set played this season and definitely ran the most of any of our players on the court during matches this past fall. Competitive, smart, willing to play through injury, and subtly sarcastic. I'm so very happy that she'll be spending her second and final year with us this fall. This season's Express Award goes to Sasha Lammers. MVP. This year's MVP was our most consistent offensive player. In fact, for the second half of the season, she hit .237, hitting positive in 13 of our final 14 matches and hitting above 500 twice. An unusually good back row defender for her position, she was also a consistent serving threat. And although our Express Award winner, Sasha, is certainly sarcastic, this year's MVP led the team both in total sarcasm and sarcastic comments per set. It is my pleasure to present this season's MVP award to Mackenzie Drum. Thank you.
That's where I work last.
All right. Thank you, Coach Lucas. bring up here, he loves Gatorade, he loves Sprite. He goes by Wojo, Coach Joe Wojo.
We only had one senior this year. Feels like just yesterday we had the office with a recruiting visit. So 4 years goes by pretty fast. But Dylan Frost has played in almost 50 games for us. I feel like he's an old man now, but 4 years is a long time to be stuck with us. But congratulations to Dylan for making it through 4 years here. Rookies this year. This is probably our deepest class of smart rookies, which I guess makes sense because of the COVID year. But we had Dylan Perry, who finished 13th in the country in three-point percentage. We had Don Mays with 16-point games. Big Ivan averaged like 13 and 8 in the last 8 games. But we had 2 other rookies that we actually did co-rookies of the year. We had 2 kids who were first team all conference, and they were the only 2 rookies that were on the first team in the conference, and they just happened to both be with us, and both of them averaged about 15 points a game, and both were tremendous players. One led us in rebounding and field goal percentage, the other one led us in assist, also led the conference in assist. But our rookies of the year were Jared Feliz and Renzo Rodriguez. Next up is the most improved player. We kind of highlighted him a second ago. He's a big fellow that really went from really not speaking at all to the last game of the year. I think he might have been the loudest guy in our shoot right now, that Casper Piper. But down the stretch, last 8 games of the year, he averaged about 13 points and 8 rebounds, and he actually had several games with like 40 points at the dunk record for But so our most improved player was a big Ivan. Next up is our expressive award, and when we have our team vote on this, we always tell them, who do you think is your best teammate? And we all can't always be very talented, we all can be good teammates, and that's something we all control. And it was pretty much a unanimous decision, and he stops by the office and harasses me quite a bit. Not really a big fan of that, but our expressive award with Tyler Bryan. And last but not least, our MVP award. We already kind of hit on it. He was first team all conference. He was the D3 Hoops Region 4 Rookie of the Year, which is basically encompasses 40 teams, including NYU. So it's a pretty big deal. He's the first kid in the program this year. He's won the D3 Hoops Region Rookie of the Year, which is also basically equivalent of being an all-region team. So MVP went to Renzo Rodriguez. Weight room.
Thank you, Coach Ojo. And we're going to move on. And our next sport will be women's basketball. And please welcome Coach Tara Ruck to the stage.
Yeah.
Before we get into our seniors, there's a couple people that I wanted to thank. One of those being Tom Miller, our assistant coach, who's not here tonight, who ended up leaving us for Hawaii. But Tom was somebody for us that we could depend on. He was at practice every day, worked hard with us, jumped in a lot of drills and made us better, and somebody that we could count on to get these people laughing most of the time. So we really appreciate everything that Tom did for us. We'd also like to thank Mike and Corey for all the efforts and all the things that they do for us, but behind the scenes, on the court, off the court, everything they do to put together our game day, everything they do to make our lives better. We like to say thank you for that. Also to Jill, we had a lot of injuries. Thank you for putting us back together. We appreciate that. We have one senior. Jennifer McCumber. Gift, and for those of you who don't know, what we gave out this year were stoles for you to wear during commencement that indicates that you're a student athlete, has your class here on it, so wear those proudly on the day of commencement. We're happy to send you guys off for a little something special. So. Jen, for us, is a team mom. Yeah. Takes care of all the things that we need to take care of. I can always count on her to make sure we're in line. I call her out to say, hey, what do we need? And she can tell me in an instant what we need to get done. So. She'll be graduating after 3 years, so that's quite an accomplishment. The fact that she played 3 varsity sports here. Okay, to the awards. Rookie of the year. Don't look. Our first award for Rookie of the year. This player was not certain she was going to play basketball this season. I met her first when she came through the COVID testing line for fall athletes in August, and she looked like a basketball player. I asked her if she played. She said she did in high school, was interested in playing this season after coming off of a knee injury. She went on to have a successful year in volleyball, and lo and behold, she stopped by, I just looked at her, and said she changed her mind. To our great pleasure, we added a player who was an aggressive rebounder, had several games with double-digit rebounds. She also convinced me that she could shoot three-pointers in practice, so we went ahead and let that happen. She's developed into a consistent shooter as well. She's an absolute pleasure to coach. She does whatever is asked of her this year's rookie year. She's Caroline Bach. Express Award. This year, Express Award goes to a player who always put the team ahead of herself. We had a key position injury early in the season. We had to move some players around to positions that they weren't the most comfortable in playing. This player had to assume the role of point guard, which is a lofty task. Not only are you the primary ball handler, you're also expected to be the coach on the floor and run the show, getting everyone where they need to be. Oh, and also score when you can. This person consistently tried to do all that, some days better than others, which is what happens in basketball. She ended up taking the brunt of my coaching and bounces back and then encourages her teammates. This player also is an exceptional teammate, always trying to make her teammates better, always checking in on the other team to make sure they're okay or tell them they did a good job. This player was selected to the United East Sportsmanship Team, which was one player from each of the teams in the conference. Our Express Award goes to Sonia Romero. Most valuable player. All right. Our last award, our most valuable player, goes to a player who never gives up. She's the first one on the floor for loose ball. She throws her body in harm's way defending and does the same thing on the offensive end of the court, looking for a scoring advantage. We always put her on the other team's best defender, or best player, because she was someone who would just keep going no matter how fatigued she was. Her defensive efforts and quick hands translated to fast break opportunities at the top of our zones. She was also clutch when hitting timely shots, most often playing 40 minutes a game. Our most valuable player goes to Lydia Thomas. Thank you to all of our players. Job well done.
Yeah, can we not get
All right, thank you, Coach Rock. Up next, we have our swim team, men's and women's swimming. And to help us out tonight is going to be Director Lindbergh.
Which is kind of weird because I don't swim. But I know Coach George really misses being here with you, and I know the swim team understands the family situation, so I hope you keep her and her family in class. So I'm going to read from you some notes and the script that Trish sent me. Okay? So this season, which they all assembled, and when I say we, I mean we, okay, became associate members of the AMCC, which is a new conference with larger teams. And like any lead up to champs, the team was nervous, but they did what they do best, and that is to support each other. The support is what made them competitive in champs. In swimming, everyone competes in the morning, but you have to be the top 16 in order to swim at the finals and earn points. And with the larger teams, we're not sure how it's going to work out. Liz set the tone by earning top 16 in our first individual event. And from then on, it seemed the whole team was ready for their own events. On the final day, when the last relay came back to our area, there were many tears, ugly crying, and hugs. Trying to picture ugly crying. Okay? When you end your season with such emotion, you know you and your team did everything you could, and it was all worth it. Of course, we couldn't have done it without our seniors. Alexis, her work ethic will be hard to replace, and her hard work paid off with every year earning PRs. And co-captain Nicole and Jess, who both had overcome recent surgeries and were competitive in all their events, plus they both earned PRs. They're three very hard swimmers to replace. So our seniors, Jessica, Nicole, and Alexis. So we'll begin with the Rookie of the Year for the men's team. The entire teams are rookies, and they all consistent with women. Okay. We'll switch. Rookie of the Year. Last year was not much of a season for most of us, and I'm sure other coaches can agree that we missed out on seeing what our first-year athletes could accomplish. Our Rookie of the Year award goes to Rome. Male. It's been a long time waiting to give her this award. She earned her spots on the All-Wells top 10 list in the 200 backstroke. At Champs, she helped the team to the podium in all 4 relays and earned top 16 in all 3 of her individual events. And of course, Trish, can't forget to mention her dancing skills at Champs. That kept everyone motivated. So congratulations, Rowan. Rookie of the Year. Most improved swimmer throughout the season in many ways. Started out the season as a follower, then their time started to improve, started to ask questions. Would ask lots of questions about technique, focus of the set, made sure that they knew when to leave the wall. I would like to know when the wall was about to approach. As we got closer to Champs, not only did we work harder, practice, but also started setting goals for Champs. This evolution led her dropping 5 seconds in her 50 freestyle, 16 seconds in her 100, and 26 seconds in the 200. Can't wait to see, Trish cannot wait to see what's in store for next season. So congratulations, Maria, turn over. And most valuable swimmer. The swimmer did everything. Gets in the pool early to start stretching, during practice, pushes herself and her lane mates at meets, cheering for her teammates. Standing next to me, Trish. Standing next to Trish, talking about Yes, we do. I thought we did that. We did not. Okay, so we're going to stop that one. It was a really good script. The Express Award. This swimmer has the spirit of 10 swimmers. She brings the team up at every practice, from her choice of music to the random fish toys that get passed around during warm-ups. Live fish toys. When I talk to the other swimmers, her name comes up if someone of the other swimmers asks for advice. She's a hard worker, and one example is during the bear set this season. And the bear set is about a double number of yards we normally do. And they swim non-stop throughout the 3 hours. However, not all swimmers are able to complete the yards. And this year, Felicia and Alexis both wanted to finish the full set and encouraged each other to stay the extra 30 minutes to do so. This is just one example of how crazy swimmers, this is what Trish said. This is just one example of many stories of Felicia's support for the teammates and the overall work ethic. So with that said, congratulations, Felicia Jones. Most valuable swimmer. Did everything. She gets to the pool early. She starts stretching during practice and pushes herself and her lane mates at meets. She's cheering for her teammates. Or standing next to me, Trish, talking about how well her teammates are swimming. Outside the pool, we've had many discussions, Trish and she have had many discussions on how to improve their own technique, how to make the season team better overall. Their passion for sports shows every day in their work ethic and in all meets. She had a big obstacle going into this year's champs as she took sick before she even got on the bus. We weren't even sure if she was going to make it at all. The team rallied, had a great first 2 days of champs. Not having her there was significant. She was finally able to swim on her days, in her events on day 3, where she earned more personal records for each race that day, ending up with 2 PRs on day 3 and 2 season best times on day 4, plus helping her team podium on both days of the relays. And for this and many other reasons, most valuable swimmer, this goes to Haley Ackley. Men's team, Rookie of the Year. The entire men's team are rookies, and they're consistently working hard throughout the season to continue to earn PRs. But one swimmer stood out. Almost every time he swam, he improved his time, changed up our record boards, and now is in our top 10 in 6 individual events, including 3rd in the 100 IM, which makes Malik Evans a special swimmer. And not only is he in the top 10 in 6 events, he covers almost all other types of events, from sprints to two different strokes in the IM. So the only thing left, and this is according to Trish, where's Q? is distance events. Yes, what he needs to do next year. Q is well liked by the team and for his overall drive to succeed. Congratulations, Malik, for becoming Rookie of the Year. Most improved, as mentioned earlier, all 3 men continued to earn personal records throughout the season. This swimmer took off the most time from the beginning to the end of the season, taking off 8 seconds in the 50 freestyle, 15 seconds in the 100 back, and 26 seconds in the 100 freestyle. So the most improved swimmer goes to Kevin Riley. Congratulations.
All right, thank you, Director Lindbergh. And up next, we have men's volleyball. Please welcome head coach Ryan Lang.
Well, I'll start off by saying this.
Thank you.
I'll start off by saying this. There's one theme that I had on this team was definitely just a play. I couldn't thank this group of guys, minus one, who couldn't be here today. Gave it its all, came back, and stuck with it as well. I think this team progress towards the end of the year shows what we are going to be able to do and the damage we could potentially do in the AMCC next year. A conference that I cannot wait to be part of officially. This team I will always remember. It was a bittersweet win, and they gave me my first win at home. They couldn't do it more, but they gave their all again against my alma mater, Dye College. You always will be remembered. This will always be the team I remember as my first team. But it couldn't be led by two senior captains, Cooper and Christian. I can't say that enough for sticking the 12s and giving it all on your court one last time. I know the future's bright. I know there's a trade to announce. I believe Cooper's heading to the SUNY Potsdam Bears. I believe we gained a washing machine or something else in the trade. And a second round pick in future cash considerations. I know your future is bright. Going to Potsdam, I can't wait to see you twice next year. Christian, thank you for everything. You're a true leader on the court, on and off the court as well. Thank you so much. Rookie of the year only goes for one person, and the writing was on the wall. Riley Mahoney. You put up 167 kills this season, 9 blocks, and 88 digs. Riley, I think those numbers are going to triple by next year, for sure. And you will be definitely ranked inside the conference. Riley, most improved player. Most improved went someone from day one, and this person, day one, just gave it their all. And I saw it in the gym and the work ethic he put in, not only in the fall preseason, but in the actual season itself. And finally ending the season on a very positive note, Captain Pearl. The Express Award this year goes to someone not only gave their all on off the court, but in the classroom as well. This person is well respected on campus, well involved in everything, an RA, and etc. You can always see him walk around campus or even skateboarding around campus. I can't wait to see what his future holds outside of Wells. Express Award goes to Christian. Last and foremost is MVP. This person is not only another captain, but he literally gave it his all, and I mean everything. The last game against Uniana, we all know we were walking into doom, and we all knew we were going to lose. But he gave it his all one last chance. He put it all on the court, gave everything, ever since day one I walked onto the school's campus. MVP goes to Cooper. That's it for my title.
All right, we're moving here. Renzel, you awake up there?
Hey.
Ty, we doing all right? Yeah? I'm doing great. Just like you thought. All right, so next, we got a pretty big team that's going to have to come up here. Their spring season is just about to wrap up. And if you guys want to come support them on Wednesday, that'd be great. They're going to take on Casanova. But let's welcome the men's baseball team and head coach Ryan Stevens to the stage.
first I would like to say a few thanks to the core group of people that really help make everything happen on a daily basis. And that's to Mike, Tara, Jillian, and Corey. Give them another hand. They deserve it. I'd like to talk about the seniors now. We have 3 of them. I've been with them for 2 of them for 3 years since I've been here, and 1 of them I've been for 4. So I'd like to start off talking about Brian Fody. He's a senior captain. He came here from TC3 with me. Next up, I'd like to talk about Luke Geithner, who is also graduating in 3 years and is also a captain. And lastly, Benny Barada, also a 4-year senior, will be graduating as well. So give the seniors a big hand. Okay, first up is Rookie of the Year. This was a challenging one. We had a few guys that deserved to be in the mix for this. This gentleman was second on the team in innings pitched this year and gave us some big wins on the mound and was second in the team in wins on the year. Zach Cronk. Next up is the most outstanding offensive player here. This is Max Odom. He put up a pretty good season again, hitting almost 400 on the year. Was Rookie of the Year last year and continues to put up some pretty impressive numbers. We got it right here for you, big boy. Thank you. All right, this next up is the Express Award. This young man is another one of our captains. He is very well known on campus. I have yet to meet someone that did not like him. Works hard, loves the game of baseball, and just a great guy to be around every day. Joe Moore. This one is the most outstanding defensive player, what I like to call the Gold Glove Award. This young man made a play in center field that I have not seen too many ball players make. He looked like Superman flying through the air, making a nice little play out there in deep center field. Zach Odom. Yeah! All right, last but not least, this is the most valuable pitcher or pitcher of the year award type deal. He is also a captain. He's been here for 3 years. He'll be graduating early. Dean's List student. Actually, all 5 of these award winners are Dean's List students. Leads the team in wins. Had some pretty impressive performances this year. Luke Geithner. Thank you very much.
All right, as we let all 30 of these baseball players file back in, we're going to welcome to the stage stage our men's lacrosse coach, Andrew Daly.
Well, these guys come up. I'd like to thank Jill. Our team in particular gets to spend the most time with our athletic trainer because Jill travels with us to all our games. And to be honest with you, without her help this year, I don't know that we have any seasons or very many at all. Keeping our guys together, making sure they didn't kill me on away trips, everywhere in between. And so, Jill, thank you very much. So this team this year, I've talked to them a lot about what this season was for us as a program. It actually ended up being tied for our best finish in conference that we've had in school history, which is awesome. I really think after a couple tough seasons, it's gotten us back on the right track where we want to go going forward. This team has a lot of fight. I think sometimes a little too much. I'm pretty sure we might have led the conference in penalties. Definitely led the conference in illegal hits. But it was still the toughness and the grit when things got down that they never gave up that makes me the most proud of this team. So first we'll get into our seniors and then into awards. So our seniors, Hugh, Colton, Benji, Shane, Corey, all 5 of them. So Corey, who played 3 years for us, has played every position except for face-offs, which I wouldn't let him do. But he played goalie for us, he played defense, he played attack. In his senior year this year, he had to step in goal again. He also had 28 ground balls and 6 caused turnovers. And an assist in his career. Benji is a graduating in 3 years. Benji played 2 seasons with us. In his senior year, he had 21 GBs, 7 caused turnovers. Benji's an interesting player because you never know when you show up if he's going to do a cartwheel, tell you a joke, or a joke about 50 shots to the head. I would say that Benji had more block shots than anybody else in the conference, and all of them were directly to his head. Shane for us was a Swiss Army knife this year. He had 70 face-off wins, 11 caused turnovers, 70 ground balls, 16 points off of 7 goals, 9 assists. He was man down, man up, face-offs, wings. Even got to pick up a pole last game of the year. So, I mean, literally did just about everything for us this year. So, thank you, Shane. Statistically, Colin had 19 ground balls, 12 caused turnovers. Due to a computer glitch, he also led the conference in face-offs, 2 for 2. Even though I don't think you ever took one, but it was Dakota's. Yeah. Colton was someone who was always very vocal on our defense, not always saying the right thing, but we could always count on you talking down there, which is just as important. Thank you, Colton. Thank you. And then Hugh, as a career for us, played 4 seasons. He was team MVP as a sophomore, rookie of the year as a freshman, all conference last year as a junior. This year as a senior, he had his best year with 32 goals, 12 assists, 47 points, and 40 ground balls. Oh yeah! I gotta make sure I get the order right here for awards. All right. So, rookie of the year for us, this player had 14 goals, 8 assists. He had 20 GBs. He helped us out at the midfield on attack. And I also appreciate that he came all the way from Wisconsin to play for us, and he reminded me every day that it's not that cold here. So, rookie of the year, Dakota Smart. talked about him a little bit, but to be honest, it's one of those players that every team needs. Someone that can make something light of a serious situation, pick up the team when they need it, and really just be there for you whenever things are down. And you can always count on him to come and just have a positive attitude and give his best. So our Express Award winner, Benji. Our most outstanding defensive player. This player came on strong, especially at the end of the year. It's someone that in the beginning of the year, I think, being a first collegiate start in goal was really tough for him, trying to get his feet wet. And then by the end of the year, he set a school record for saves in the game. And so he's someone that finished the season with 190 saves, 50% save percentage, and almost 17 saves per game. So our defensive player of the year, Jerry Nunez. For MVP, it's a senior that we already spoke about, and we're going to add to his accolades today. As I mentioned before, Rookie of the Year is a freshman, Team MVP is a sophomore, third team all-conference is a sophomore, second team all-conference is a junior, over 100 points within his career. So as a senior, MVP again, quick battle.
All right, so we're going to keep it moving here. We got the next one coming up. We have women's lacrosse with head coach Vic Geller.
So the team was thrown a little bit of a curveball this year. A couple weeks before the season started, they said, "You don't have a coach, and now the men's assistant coach is your coach." And they took it in great strides and accepted me right away, and accepted the fact that we kind of set a goal at the beginning of the year to get better every day, and we definitely did that. We finished the season with 3 wins. We had one game where we had 8 different goal scorers in a game, which is a school record, which was very impressive. So they worked extremely hard all year, and I'm very proud of them. For our seniors, this player came out a couple days after the season started and finished like 4th or 5th on the team in points after having never played lacrosse before. This player was a 4-year player on the women's lacrosse team. She's a great leader, and it's going to be hard to replace. Daniel Radwood. This next player, another senior, 4-year player, soccer and lacrosse. And she's going to be a graduate student next year at Casanova, so we'll have to see her on the field, unfortunately. Mackenzie Bowers. And this next player is one of the most positive people I have ever met. She's always working hard and trying to make herself better, and she always, no matter what's going on, has a smile on her face. Ellie Beavers. And finally, this person saved the best for last on Wednesday night against Morrisville. Had 2 fantastic shots and goals. Kayla Roll. All right, and now we have some awards to give out. We're going to start with Rookie of the Year. Team awards are always hard for me because without the entire team, no individual really succeeds. But this person went above and beyond all season. I would go on Huddle to see how much video everybody was watching, and this person watched hours and hours and hours of Huddle, did research. She would even come to me sometimes with players' names and numbers, who to watch out for. This year's Rookie of the Year is Sabrina Heath. The next award, Most Improved Player. We have a young team, so this one was also a difficult one because everybody has made such great strides this year. But I think there was one player who stays after practice every day, work on their stick skills to get better and better, and actually has become quite an offensive threat towards the end of the year. The Most Improved Player is Julia Barnwell. The Express Award. This player just shows up every day and works extremely hard. I think everybody on the team respects this person a tremendous amount. She too, at the end of the year, started to become an offensive threat and becoming a well-rounded player. This year's Express Award goes to Isabella. Most outstanding defensive player. This player has started every game over the last 2 years at a very difficult position. Not only do they have to take every shot in every game, but also every shot in every practice because they don't have a backup. They are extremely one of the top goalies in the conference without a doubt. This year's defensive outstanding player is Lawrence Speed. And finally, the most valuable player. This person works extremely hard every day. Is the most vocal leader on the team and is always trying to lift teammates up. This year's most valuable player, Clara Lima. That's it for women's lacrosse. Thank you.
All right, and as we wrap up the spring sports here, we're going to welcome back to the stage head softball coach Jessica Galatiano. I'm kidding, it's Galatiano.
I think he has more confidence in me than I did, but here we are. I just want to thank Jim McIntyre, my assistant for softball, our pitching extraordinaire. I really couldn't have done it without him, and I just want to thank him for kind of covering for me. I had some family stuff, I couldn't be here last week, which was planned a long time ago, so I want to thank him for that. I also want to thank Tara Russ for covering first base for me, so if you guys want to cheer for them, I mean, Alright, I'm doing something a little different here. I guess just stand if I call your name. Coach McIntyre and I like to call this our borrowed friends. So Morgan Adams, Caroline Barr, Caitlin Brockner, Anna Burns-Havitz, Julia Barnwell, Olivia Maish, Lydia Thomas, Lauren Spiegel, Sabrina D, and then tomorrow, Danny Radboy. Also known as the lacrosse team. We really couldn't have played a lot of this season without those guys. We've had some injuries. We got low roster. It's always fun for us that we have these extra friends helping out, but it was fun at times, and we kind of without you guys. But I'd also like to point out what we like to call our new friends, which are the ones who decide to play softball who never, I think, touched a softball in their life. So Sydney Bateman, Jesse Rios Rodriguez, Naomi Lopez, and Angie Otterbein. Give a little wave, please. They were approached at some point and said, "You want to play softball?" And they said, "I don't know what that is, but okay." But yeah, it's because of those guys over here. And then kind of the last, really the big group is kind of our core ones who played before. Some were returners, some weren't. So Tori, Jen, Serena, Shay, Meg, and Haley. Give a little wave, ladies, if you're up here. And really of those guys, I want to point out Tori, Jen, Serena. Yeah, those three, they're our returners, and they stuck through it. It was not easy. They came back from winter break and were kind of told, "Hey, the field coach is going to be your softball coach this year," and they said, "Why?" But they made it work. They helped find some extra friends to help out, and we sat in the team room on day one, and I said, "What do you guys want?" And they said, "We want to play." So that's what we've been doing. Hasn't always been the easiest. There's definitely been a lot of obstacles. As like Mike likes to say, we pulled a lot of rabbits out of our hat, and here we are. We got one more game tomorrow if it doesn't downpour, so come on up to the turf if you want to. But yeah, so sorry, that was a little lengthy, but let's move on. Oh, and sorry for getting hit in the head, Bill. I wasn't there, so it's not my fault. All right, so seniors. I mentioned a couple of these guys already, Tori, Jen, and Angie. So, Tori Miller, she's been with us from the beginning, 4 years. She's stellar in left field. She also helped us out with pitching a little bit. Jen McCumber, she helped us out with pitching as well. Was able to get in a few innings. She's graduating early, which we're a little upset about, as well as basketball and soccer, but we'll have to get over it. And then Angie joined us this year, and we kind of wish she joined us sooner also, but what are we going to do? So yeah, congrats to the 3 seniors. And then our awards. Rookie of the Year, this was, I do voting for my teams. This was hands down, I don't think anybody didn't vote for her. Magna at shortstop, and like she likes to say it, she likes to hit bombs. I think her latest was a 3-run double on Friday. Rookie of the Year, Shay Gonzalez. Next is Express Award. Is that right?
Yep.
All right, everybody. She definitely leads by example. She's probably the quietest one on the team, but everybody kind of sees her as a leader anyway. And like I said before, she stepped up, pitched 23 innings so far this season, hopefully a couple more tomorrow. Express Awards, Gemma Humber. And finally, MVP. She joined us late in the season. We're super thankful for it. Unfortunately, I think I have to thank Colton for getting her to join the squad. Where's she at? Yeah. Thank you. Without her, we wouldn't have been able to do too much out there. She's pitched. She started 19 out of 28 games for us in the circle. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here tonight. She had to work, but our MVP is Megan Litzenberger. Thank you to everybody who's been a part of softball in any fraction this year. I think things like that don't happen other places, and it really shows the kind of special place that Wells is. I know it sounds a little insane sometimes, some of the things that we're doing, but we want to play, and it's getting us recruits for next year, and I think things are looking on the up and up for 2023. So thank you.
Okay, at this point we're going to move on to the special awards segment of our show here. And at this time, please welcome to the stage Professor Jacqueline Schnur and Dr. Cindy Speaker.
Hi, everyone. I wanted a special award for the fact that you ran the most marathons in 2022, but I didn't get an award. Anyways, only one, so that's fine. So I get to give the team scholarship award, and it's basically the team award, the team with the highest GPA. And it's been a couple years since I've been able to give that out. And I will say that the last time I was able to give this out, it was also a women's team, and I'm hoping that one of these years it'll be a men's team. Maybe next year? Maybe. This year, it's women's soccer. You just get kudos. You just get kudos.
Oh, great.
Sometimes we have certificates, sometimes we don't. So anyway, so overall GPA of 3.567. So well done. So the other award that I get to give out is the Chi Alpha Sigma inductees. And so Chi Alpha Sigma is the New York State chapter of let's start this again. So it's the Alpha Omicron chapter of Chi Alpha Sigma, which is the National Athletic Honor Society recognizing student athletes who have completed at least 5 full-time semesters at Wells, participate in a varsity sport, and earn a cumulative GPA of 3.4 or better. So this year we have some new members, we have some juniors, and if you guys want to come up, we do have certificates for you guys. So please come up when I call your name. So Leah Gregory. Mackenzie Kumble. And Caitlin Norris. And so for the seniors, I have Jessica Beheim. Justin Butler. Nicole, I never made her last name right. Dorizio. Christian Hahn. Alexis Cobb. Olivia H. Haley Martin. Jennifer McCuller. Lori Miller. Mackenzie Powers. Danny Cowboy. Abby Smith. And last but not least, Jimmy. Congratulations, everyone. I'm very proud of you all. Some of them are invited by me, and I think it's because of me. So next up is the Catherine S. Lamy Award. It's awarded to the senior student athlete with the highest overall GPA. So for this student, member of the women's soccer and swimming teams,
a 3.944 overall GPA, major in biological sciences, health sciences, with minors in Spanish and chemistry. The award goes to Alexis Thomas. So next up is the Wellbeing Award. This is a new award this year, and the award was voted on by the coaches and the staff of the athletic department, recognizing a student athlete who demonstrates leadership, scholarship, service, and is overall a positive ambassador for Wells College. The inaugural Wellbeing Award goes to a member of the men's basketball team, Ty The John D. Wilson Ralph H. Poole Jr. Award is awarded annually to a member of the senior class who has made a distinguished contribution during their 4 years to the athletic program. This year, the award goes to a student athlete who has played on 3 varsity teams during their 4 years at Wells College. I'm really pleased to present the award to Quentin Battle. Next up is our Student Athlete of the Year. Awarded to the student athlete who has brought distinction to Wells College athletics and exemplifies excellence through their athletic ability, dedication, intensity, and commitment. This year, we present the award to 2 student athletes. The first recipient is a member of the women's volleyball team, where they led the conference in digs per set and also set a program record. Can I get to the description? Anyway, program record at Wells College. This person set a school record for digs in a single game and was named Defensive Player of the Week by the United East Conference. A member of the United East All-Sportsmanship team, the first student Athlete of the Year award goes to Rosa Arcelli. Our next recipient is a member of the men's basketball team, where they led the team in points per game and assists per game, steals per game, minutes played. Leading the team to the playoffs, this student athlete was named United East Athlete of the Week and First Team All-Conference. Named Rookie of the Year for the United East, as well as a D3 Hoops All-Region team. Our next recipient for the Student Athlete of the Year goes to Ranzel Rodriguez.
Thank you. Cindy, could you stay up here for a second? I get to go all the way down there and all the way back. And I know somebody said there's anybody out here who doesn't like Joe Horn. Let me go on the record. I don't like Joe Horn. And Coop, I gotta tell you, we got room for you on this basketball team. I saw that. Well, first of all, congratulations to all our award winners. And we just, for those of you who want afterwards, we ask you to stick around so Corey can get some pictures of you, all right? And then as soon as we complete, there's a reception up somewhere. I think it's the ADR. Tara's pointing over there. So it's over there, all right? Up there. Anyway, Ken Blanchard wrote, "Servant leadership is easy for people with high self-esteem. Such people have no problem giving credit to others. They have no problem listening to others, for other people for ideas, and they have no problem in building up other people." Wells College, and particularly the athletic department, has been extremely fortunate to work directly with and for a selfless and caring educator who demonstrates every day these ideals of servant leadership. One who always puts others before self, one who actively listens, one who trusts, one who believes in their staff. Dr. Cindy Speaker has served Wells College these past 16 years as professor, provost, and dean of the college. Is going to be leaving Wells to move to Colorado to be closer to children and grandchildren. And in true servant leadership style, Dr. Speaker is much more comfortable being behind the scenes. Okay? She's just loving this moment right now, preferring others to take the stage, but unfortunately Cindy has time to step to the stage so that we, our 150 student athletes and coaches and staff, can properly say thank you. Many of you know Provost Speaker as the person who works at McMillan. Perhaps you sought for her help with an academic issue, or maybe you've seen her on campus walking the dog. Okay? Or you've noticed her sitting quietly in the audience. Okay? What you may not know is Dr. Speaker, an avid sports fan and former college soccer player for her alma mater, Bard College of Simon's Rock, right? Goalkeeper, which explains a few things. Okay? And many of you don't know, baseball folks don't know that she is related to Baseball Hall of Famer Tris Speaker. So sports and athletics runs pretty deep for Dr. Speaker. Cindy, you've been a Hall of Famer for Wells College Express these past 16 years. You've been behind every expansion of our athletic program, every improvement to our facilities. You understand and walk the talk of Division III athletics by getting involved in conference and at the national level. Your proclivity for learning, understanding the people, our crazy nuances, and applying all of these things has provided Wells College athletics with the foundation it needs to continue to grow and become more successful. So on behalf of every coach, athletic administrator, athletic trainer, athletic communications person, student athletes, past, present, and future, who've worn the jersey, it's my pleasure to present with you your very own game jersey in the hopes that it will remind you of the many lives that you have touched and served at Wells College. Should all be so lucky to have an opportunity to work for someone like Cindy. Allow me the final word as we close the program, because God help me for standing between 100 plus student athletes and dessert. On October 17, 2021, we started a new academic and athletic year, a bit uncertain, but ready to play. Anxious about the upcoming season, but excited to start. Fearful about the past, but filled with hope and what could be. Over 250 games later, having traveled thousands of miles to Baltimore. Hundreds of miles, hundreds of daily practices and training sessions, and hours of film. We're ready to close the 21-22 season. 21-22 is not without its many challenges. COVID's still a pain in the nose. Roster has some growing pains. Rosters had some growing pains with many new faces who had to quickly get to know new teammates and learn the college game. The addition of St. Mary's College and the United East Conference expanded our travel into the state of Maryland. Yay. I say this every year, and I mean it, and it means more to me with each passing year. I love watching you play. Game day is always the best day. And of course, I prefer to see you win than lose. Okay? And anyone would rather experience the joys and satisfaction that comes with victory over the disappointments and burdens of trying to figure out why we lost. Well, what I observed this year was inspiring. I saw student athletes coming to the aid and support of other student athletes so they could play. Setting aside personal interests to help others is what moves us from being good people to great. And we were great. I believe the future of our success is now. We learn from those sacrifices. Please trust your coaches and your teammates. Commit to each other and the bigger picture, and wins may be a result. But enduring friendships, knowing your potential, and the experience of overcoming challenges will become your hallmarks. The future starts now. For all of you, let's finish the school year strong. Right, Jackie? Okay. For those of you returning next year, starts now. Start working. Get your running in. Right, Coach? For you graduating seniors, the class of 22, wear your commencement regalia, your stalls with pride. It's a symbol of the price you pay, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, to become a Wells College graduating scholar athlete. So congratulations to all our award winners. Thank you, and forever Wells.